Your Royal Highness, Minister Iswaran, ministers from around the world, Permanent Secretary Gabriel Lim, President of NUS, Chairman of IMDA, board members of IMDA, Chief Executive of IMDA, Co-Chairman of Innovfest Unbound. We are delighted to welcome so many of our distinguished guests. So thank you all for coming. I think we need a louder one like we practiced before. Thank you. I would like to take this opportunity, whilst you're here, Minister, to thank IMDA for partnering with us and us being the anchor event of Smart Nation Innovations Week. Distinguished guests, if I may, I want to show you a short video which kind of summarizes what we're doing. What we've created here is a classic example of how research, government, entrepreneurs, investors, corporates and brands can work together and is a true public partnership between public sector and private sector for bringing the innovation ecosystem together. As you saw when we rendered this video only 36 hours ago, we were at 12,000. We've now hit over 14,000 people. And on behalf of NUS Enterprise and Unbound, we would again like to also thank the IMDA marketing team, especially Karen, with a team with Yvonne and Angie and Jermaine and the rest of the team for helping us put this on and supporting us. So that's enough from me. Minister, if I may invite you to the stage to address us all. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Minister Iswaran, Minister in charge of Communications and Industry.
Your Highness, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to all of you. As you can see, I'm very digital at this point, but I find that it's the most cyber-secure way of dealing with the presentations and so on. Very good morning to all of you, and let me first say I'm delighted to join you at the 4th Innovfest Unbound. It's organized by, as you know, NUS Enterprise in partnership with IMDA, and supported by Smart Nation Singapore. And this is the anchor event of Smart Nations Innovations 2018, which is a week-long series of events that showcase Asia's most innovative developments. We are proud in Singapore to host Innovfest Unbound. Unlike the many companies and entrepreneurs that are featured this week, or rather like them, Singapore has had to think and operate like a startup to survive as a small, open city-state. Indeed, that has been the essence of Singapore's journey in the first 50 years of nationhood. We have had to be nimble, act quickly and constantly, seek new markets to grow and improve our people's lives. In our next phase of development, we aim to be one of the world's leading smart nations. To realize our vision of becoming a smart nation, we are building strong capabilities to tap on opportunities in the digital economy. We are making steady progress in this effort. We launched the Infocomm and Media Industry Transformation Map last year and the Digital Economy Framework for Action 2 weeks ago at the Singapore Digital Industry Day. We also launched the Digital Readiness Blueprint 3 days ago. And the aim here is to ensure that no citizen is left behind in this digital transition. In other words, to bridge the gap between the digital haves and the have-nots. In the budget this year, we announced that a further $145 million will be invested to scale up our Tech Skills Accelerator, and we are on track to create 20,000 new jobs by 2020. Today, I would like to share with you 3 more ways in which we plan to grow the digital economy. They are leveraging some of the frontier technologies like artificial intelligence. Secondly, harnessing data. And third, growing our international networks. First, we want to ensure that we can leverage frontier technologies such as AI. Its immense potential, especially when combined with strong data, is well recognized, and that is why we have launched industry programs to support the development and adoption of AI solutions. It is a journey that private enterprises and the government must walk together. And we must also be plugged into the global flow of ideas, talent, and opportunities. As multinational technology companies choose Singapore as one of their R&D locations, our AI apprenticeship program will provide opportunities for our local talent to work with the best from the world. Started last November, it is off to a good start with 13 apprentices commencing training in May, and we are on target to train 200 apprentices over 3 years under this Tech Skills Accelerator scheme. Our accreditation at SG program will continue to identify and support ambitious local enterprises that aim to reach into global markets. The program has benefited local AI solutions providers like Visense, which today provides its computer visioning and deep learning AI engine to the likes of H&M, Rakuten, and Uniqlo. We established AI Singapore in May 2017 with $150 million of funding to catalyze and boost Singapore's AI capabilities. AI Singapore brings together all Singapore-based research institutions and the vibrant ecosystem of AI startups and companies that are developing AI products. And the aim is to grow the knowledge, create the tools, and develop the talent to power Singapore's AI efforts. AI Singapore's 100 Experiments, 100E program matches companies which are keen to use AI to address their problem statements with the local researchers who are interested to tackle those problems. The 100E program has received strong industry interest and has engaged over 170 companies from diverse sectors, including healthcare, finance, and media. For example, AI Singapore is working with a local startup, Chronicare, to develop a thermal imaging solution incorporating AI for better assessment and care of chronic wound patients. This new solution is currently being trialed at St. Andrew's Community Hospital. IMDA will continue to work with AI Singapore to develop the AI ecosystem to strengthen Singapore's Infocomm Media core and position us well on the global AI map. Secondly, we must harness the value of data as the building block of the digital economy. Effectively, AI needs data if it is to be effective. Hence, we want to encourage data sharing amongst businesses to solve common problems, drive innovation, and unlock the value of complex data sets. This includes giving enterprises access to data sets for machine learning applications. On our part, the government is enhancing data.gov.sg to make more data sets and real-time data from our public agencies available to businesses and citizens. IMDA's Data Innovation Program Office also encourages partnerships among businesses to share data with one another responsibly and to solve common business problems. For instance, IMDA will partner local technology solutions provider, DEX, to tackle the question of how to generate trusted data frameworks for data sharing. This is being done in conjunction with major companies like Aviva, Unilever, and Roche to work on problem statements in areas such as wellness, healthcare, and consumer products. As data sharing models develop, IMDA will continue to actively engage the industry to develop best practices, guidelines, and case studies for good data sharing practices and to help inform policy as we develop a forward-looking regulatory environment. For companies to thrive in a digital economy, it is also essential to establish a conducive and consistent regulatory environment that encourages innovation. In this context, the Personal Data Protection Act regime seeks to meet the legitimate needs of organizations to collect, use, and share personal data, to come up with better and more innovative goods and services, but also with increased accountability by organizations to safeguard consumer interests and trust. We are reviewing the Personal Data Protection Act to see how the framework can be enhanced for enterprises to collect and use personal data. There are many models around the world, and we've seen new ones emerging in Europe. One model we could consider is a potential notification of purpose, followed by an opt-out period, as well as to provide for legitimate interests as a basis for the collection, use, and disclosure of personal data where benefits to the public and the public interest are significant. In such cases, there must always be a balance by ensuring that robust accountability measures are put in place to safeguard the interests of individuals. To encourage the adoption of AI, we will adopt the same progressive regulatory stance as we have with other innovative technologies. Innovative technologies can bring economic and societal benefits, but they also have attendant ethical issues. So good regulation is needed to enable innovation by building public trust. In order to raise awareness of the benefits and understanding of the challenges of AI, we are engaging key stakeholders, including industry, consumers, academia, to collaboratively shape the government's plans for the AI ecosystem. One example is the recent effort by the PDPC, Personal Data Protection Council, to develop a discussion paper on AI and personal data. This paper will form a baseline for discussion and describes the key components of responsible development and adoption of AI, including governance, consumer relationship management, and the decision-making and risk assessment framework. Two key principles that have been put forth are that, one, decisions made by or with the assistance of AI should be explainable, transparent, and fair. And two, that AI systems, robots, and decisions made by AI should be human-centric. This is intended as a living and evolving document to provide a common language for both public and private sector organizations that deploy or wish to deploy AI, and to support collaborative discussions on how to use AI responsibly, even as technology progresses. The Monetary Authority of Singapore has been an active collaborator in the conceptualization of this discussion paper. And in partnership with stakeholders, MAS will use the paper to help shape its ongoing discussions on the use of AI and data analytics in the financial industry. I'm also pleased to announce the establishment of an advisory council on the ethical use of AI and data. The council will comprise representatives from technology companies, users of AI, and those who can provide consumers and societal perspective. The Advisory Council will work closely with key stakeholder groups to lead discussions and provide guidance to the government on the responsible development and deployment of AI. It will engage stakeholders such as ethics boards of commercial enterprises on ethical and related issues arising from private sector use of AI and data, as well as consumer advocates on consumer expectations of such use. It will also engage the private capital community to increase awareness of the need to incorporate ethics considerations in their decisions to invest in businesses which develop or adopt AI. The Advisory Council will assist the government to develop ethics standards and reference governance frameworks, issue advisory guidelines, practical guidance, and codes of practice for voluntary adoption by businesses. Former Attorney General, Mr. V.K. Raja, Senior Counsel, has kindly accepted our invitation to serve as the Council's inaugural chairman. We look forward to his leadership and the contributions from the Advisory Council, and we will be issuing more details on the Council, its composition, and its work plan in due course. To support the work of the Advisory Council, we will also be setting up a 5-year research program on the governance of AI and data use. This program seeks to advance a discourse in ethical, legal, policy, and governance issues arising from AI and data use. I'm pleased to share with you that this research program has been awarded to the Singapore Management University. It will enable Singapore to drive thought leadership on these issues and serve as a center for knowledge exchange with international experts. It will adopt an international perspective and track international developments in these specific research areas. Through the research program, SMU will be organizing engagement forums with stakeholders to generate and share knowledge and to bring greater clarity to policy and regulatory issues and their impact. SMU will also take the lead to publish research papers to contribute to the wider international AI and data research communities. Finally, to grow our digital economy, we want to enhance our international networks, especially in an increasingly peer-to-peer and networked world. This is why we are committed to hosting international conferences like Innovfest, Unbound. Over 12,000 participants from more than 100 countries are gathered for the event, and with more than 350 tech innovations and startup exhibits on display. This event brings together a global community of startups, investors, institutions of higher learning, government agencies, and corporations to showcase the latest in technology and innovation, and to share knowledge and explore business collaboration opportunities. For instance, Pier 71, an initiative between Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore and the National or NUS Enterprise, seeks to grow a vibrant maritime entrepreneurial ecosystem that helps tech startups gain access to international and local companies, venture capitalists, and mentors. In April, Pier 71 signed a memorandum of understanding with Port Excel, a maritime-only accelerator for startups with offices in Rotterdam and Singapore, to increase the diversity of our maritime innovation ecosystem. Under the MOU, both parties will seek to encourage startups globally to participate in pilot projects and provide access in the maritime industry to the maritime industry's larger ecosystem in Singapore, in Rotterdam, and indeed beyond these two cities into the global maritime industry. Such events are key to showcasing Singapore and our companies to the world. This year we have folded InnoFest Unbound into the larger Smart Nation Innovations Week, together with pillar events like Digital Government Exchange, Tech Saturday, and Straits Digital Exchange. We hope this clustering of related events touching different aspects of the digital transition that we are all embarking on, navigating, and finding our way through, We hope that this clustering of events will help to expand our network internationally and circle of friends from around the world as we address these common challenges and seek solutions that are relevant to our respective contexts. The discussions and sharing sessions over the next 2 days will be excellent opportunities for our participants and startups to exchange innovative ideas, strengthen their partnerships, and share their experiences. And we, and I personally, look forward to seeing many new possibilities being ignited by the discussions at this event. So in summary, the opportunities are vast. We have the vision, we have the capacity to undertake important transformative moves. What we need to do is come together and act collectively in our common interests. I wish you all a very productive session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Thank you very much.